Man, I was in the mental hospital because I tried to kill myself
Fair enough.
because it was over a girl,
Mm.
and a lot of people would think that's stupid, but the connection I had with this girl and the way that she made me feel and the way that she made me smile and made me happy every day, and having that taken away from you in a split second hurts. Basically, she we saw each other less and less, and then she eventually uh, moved, and then she broke up with me. So it is what it is.
How long were how long were you together? How did it get started, even, man?
Well, basically, we found each other at a party.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool,
we were.
man.
I don't even remember most of it because I took 10 Zans and I was drinking a shitload of tequila.
All right, fair enough.
But basically, I woke up and she was in my bed, and we were just really nice to each other. It wasn't like one night stand, just get the fuck out. I
Yeah.
don't know. It was just something about her, and it just went from there.
So you started dating?
Yeah,
And how long were you together before she started to kind of grow apart from you?
2 years.
Oh, that's a big time, man. It's a long time. And what happened? How did you notice that you started to grow apart?
She just didn't want to hang out with me as much, didn't answer my texts, didn't answer my calls. The mental hospital's fucked up. You know what they prescribed me?
Hmm.
Thorazine. Do you know what Thorazine is?
Isn't it an antidepressant? Like a
It's a fucking
sedative?
antipsychotic, bro. I don't have psychosis. I don't have any of that. And they prescribed me an antipsychotic, bro. This shit literally will turn you into a zombie. So if they want you to take it, you have to take it, or they will literally strap you down and inject it into you.
Hmm.
It's a very like I don't know how anyone could get better there. It's a terrible environment. Um, there's fucking crazy people. They literally the only thing that they really do is change your medications, and other than that, it's just too wild to help anyone. It literally all it does is teach you how to just
What?
act happy.
Hmm.
Literally, they said I had insomnia because I couldn't go to fucking sleep. Because why can't I go to sleep? They go into your room every 15 minutes while you're trying to go to sleep. They check on you every 15 minutes. How the fuck are you supposed to go to sleep like that? The hallway light is on. I can't go to sleep with a light. I'm not a fucking kid. I don't need a nightlight, bro.
How long were you there for?
I was only there for a little over 2 weeks, but every day felt so long, man.
Yeah. Well, you're cut off from everybody too, right?
Yeah, you're cut off from everyone. You're not allowed to contact friends, only family members who are over the age of 21. And uh, no phone, nothing. Like the only phone they have is a phone that they have to call the person, confirm that it's that person if they call in, and then they connect it to a phone outside.
Yeah.
So there's no. Actually, had someone visit me, and I had them bring me a dab cart and my burner phone, and they literally right before I got out, I packed my shit and I just put my phone in the pocket. They searched my whole room for a phone because someone must have snitched.
Yeah.
My whole room. They flipped it upside down.
So how have you been? How have you been since then?
I've been all right.
Yeah.
Um, Personally, I want to get more into the cannabis industry. I'm already in the CBD industry and the CBG industry.
Fine.
I want I really want to start growing my own weed.
Okay.
Because it's like you have to take care of something. You have to check on it at least twice a day if you really want it to be good. It's like your baby. Something that feels rewarding.
Yeah. What has marijuana and weed meant for you as you've been going through all this?
It just helps me forget, and it helps me cope.
Really cool people who have tried taking their life. Kids, I met 12-year-old kids. So how do we give hope? How do we give hope to those kids? Have you picked up anything?
You need to work on yourself, but a lot of people don't know how.
Starting with that thought that maybe I need to look for answers. Maybe my happiness is a little bit more complicated than just doing things, dude.
And a lot of people, um, and it doesn't usually get diagnosed this way, but they do treat it this way with medication, have clinical depression. So they have, this can literally just be because of your diet. It's a chemical imbalance in your brain.
Yeah.
And it's what makes you depressed. So sometimes taking medications are good.
Yeah. To help balance, just so you can start to work on
So
your life.
if you don't want to change so many things, because a lot of people don't like change, even though change is good, you can just take a medication.
So how do you make sense of the breakup as being good?
I can't make sense of it. It's not good.
That it's part of the process of what you just said, working on yourself. It doesn't yet make sense. As you go through it, maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Hey, as crazy as this is, there was a book. Times it's a children's book, but every adult should read it. As crazy as it is, you want to humor me and hear it for 2 minutes?
Sure.
All right. So
I
it's
used to
called.
read a lot in elementary and middle school. I was a very advanced reader, but then I just stopped reading.
Yeah. So it's called The Missing Piece Meets the Big O. So the missing piece sat alone, waiting for someone to come along and take it somewhere. Some fit, but could not roll. Others could roll, but did not fit. One didn't know a thing about fitting. I think we all know a friend like that. Some had
Mhm.
too many pieces missing altogether. Some had too many pieces, period. You know, those kind of people that just busy, busy, busy with everything, but still feel empty. At last, one came along that fit just right. But all of a sudden, the missing piece began to grow. I didn't know you were going to grow. I didn't know either, said the missing piece. I'm looking for my missing piece, one that won't increase, and left. And then one day, one came along who looked different. What do you want of me? Asked the missing piece. Nothing. What do you need from me? Nothing. Who are you? Asked the missing piece. I am the big O, said the big O. I think you're the one I've been waiting for, said the missing piece. Maybe I am your missing piece, but I'm not missing a piece. There's no place you would fit. That's too bad. I was hoping that perhaps I could roll with you. You can't roll with me, said the big O, but maybe you can roll by yourself. By myself? A missing piece can't roll by itself. Have you ever tried? Asked the big O. But I have sharp corners, said the missing piece. I'm not shaped for rolling. Corners wear off and shapes change. Anyway, I gotta say goodbye. Maybe we'll meet again. And away it rolled. And the missing piece was alone again. For a long time, it just sat there. Then slowly, it lifted itself up on one end and flopped over. Then lift, pull, flop, it began to move forward. And soon its edges began to wear off. Lift, pull, flop, lift, pull, flop. And its shape began to change. And then it was bumping instead of flopping. And then it was bouncing instead of bumping. And then it was rolling instead of bouncing. And it didn't know where, and it didn't care. It was rolling. And the book ends with them rolling together. What did you think of that?
Definitely the end is about working on yourself.
I realized if I ever put the responsibility of my happiness, my full happiness, that missing piece on someone else, they're always going to fail. Either they're gonna grow or I'm gonna grow, and we're gonna grow each other, and like that spitting out, you know, you finally find that happiness and you're rolling, and growth happens somewhere, some change happens, and then you're just left alone. And it's like, it's hard, it's lonely. You know that more than anyone, how far that loneliness can take you. I honestly think you are nobody's missing piece, but it feels like that because you're missing a piece.
In the cannabis industry,
Yeah.
especially CBG, it's not all about money. So when we put it into gummies and vape pens, it can really help people with that.
Keep being gentle on yourself when you're lowest, and then keep flopping till you're bouncing, till you're rolling. And you're not alone, bud. Okay?
Yeah, you literally read my mind, and I don't like that.
I'll show you something. Here's a secret. Do you see what it says on my shirt? It's because my whole life since I was 12 or 13, I felt like I don't belong and I'm not accepted, and I felt like an outsider with my friends. And the silver lining I've told you, which is why I write you that book, is this idea that people will make you smile, they can make you learn, but they can't make you happy. It doesn't mean be lonely or not have people. It just means if you really, really learn to feel at ease and at peace with yourself and forgive those that didn't give you what you needed, as you start to let go, then suddenly all the people around you want to roll with you, that match your values, that have the vision that you have, and it just suddenly changed. It took so much work, and at some points it took me pushing some people away that I believed belonged somewhere else. You might not see it now, but she gave you a great lesson of what it feels like to be loved, to love someone, to find a connection, and someone releasing you and being like, now go build yourself up and have it even in a more powerful way. I honestly believe in my heart she served her purpose, because sometimes, you know, people come into lives and they cross and they go in and out, and they have a purpose to serve. So is the purpose that you're abandoned? Is that the lesson? Like, is the lesson that you're abandoned, that you can't be loved, that you can't be cared for, that you just get to be pushed away on the side, that missing piece? Is that the lesson? Because you get to pick that. We don't get to pick our pain. We don't get to pick our pains, but you, bud, because you're so smart too and you're learning this, you get to pick the lesson you walk away with. You get to pick that. That's your control. That's your power. And honestly, maybe she just served the purpose. She served that purpose for you. And there's no reason or logic for the chaos that happened, because she's her own missing piece. She's as lost as you are, like we all are. She's trying to figure out. And this was her way of figuring out, because it had nothing to do with you or your lack, but more with herself. And it doesn't mean you shouldn't grow. It doesn't mean you shouldn't improve. It doesn't mean you shouldn't do all these things to make yourself stronger. Man, life is fucking hard and it's painful. But how do I thrive and not just survive? Because just survival, at some point you reach that point where you want to kill yourself or you want to do something else or whatever. Because you can't even survive anymore. And you're so smart. You got to look inside. You got to dig deep. I'm telling you, brother, you're not alone. You're not alone. And this is a journey. This is a journey. She may have served her purpose, dude. She may have given you a lesson. And all you need to do is like a buffet of food. I'm hungry. Is take the right lessons that are going to actually make you feel full, that aren't going to be all cake and sugar and it's just going to give you diabetes and you got to cut off your foot. All the bad lessons. Don't take the bad. Take the best. Honor her for the purpose she served and grow, because you deserve to be loved. You deserve to have someone who makes you feel like you belong. That's why I have it on my shirt. That's why I have it tattooed on my hand. Because the world would be a better place if we all felt like we belong. But I realize that some people will make us feel like we belong more than others. But it has to be both. Both people need to have their feet in them. 2 feet in, not 1 foot in. And at some point, she took 1 foot out of the relationship. And you started to feel that, right? Well, guess what, dude? You deserve to have someone who has both feet in. You deserve that. That's what we all deserve, because it's not enough that we have 2 feet in and they have 1 foot in, because then we're chasing, then we lose all of our control, all of our self-esteem. And there's nothing wrong with them, because they're just as missing as we are, and we're all trying to find it.
Yeah.
You still have the hard days. You still have the days when you wake up and you don't want to get out of bed. I get that.